Hello, Cody.
Hey,
How's it
how's it
going?
going? Pretty good. How about you?
I'm all right. Just chilling.
So, starter kit again. Should we try and finish this guy today?
We can
I
try.
feel like we should try and.
For
I
sure.
feel like. I mean, there's not much left. What do I got here? Resend, Vercel, and Stripe.
Okay.
I believe
Fair
when
enough.
we finished up yesterday, we finished up with trigger.dev. We added the cron job to make sure that our project doesn't go to sleep. And we also added just the hello world task. That's if I remember correctly.
Fair. Yeah.
So what do you want to do next? Stripe or Resend?
I would say resend. We can also set up React emails in there, which could be nice.
Okay. All right. Let's go to, I guess, Resend then. Oops. I should probably start using tab, hey? Oh, I got way too many things open.
Yeah. So
Let
what
me
was it? Like
close
resend,
some of those.
Stripe, and then what was the other one? Mhm.
Resend, Stripe, and Vercel. Although, do we actually need Vercel? I thought.
Well, I don't think we need any kind of setup because we're using Next.js, so it should auto-config.
Correct, yeah. So I'm wondering. Oh, I don't want to close that. I do want to quit that. Sorry about this.
Or was it
Cleanup that I
Vercel
should
AI
have done
that we
before.
wanted to set?
You want to add Vercel AI? I don't know. Does every project need to have Vercel AI? I feel like we could probably do that as like an add-on.
Unless we
Later.
make an AI starter kit.
Yeah, we could do that too. That could make sense. We could also maybe just add another project that has Vercel AI in it. That way, if people don't want it, they
True.
just delete it.
Yeah. Could have different flavors.
But yeah, let's start with Resend. So I don't know anything about Resend.
Oh,
Is it .com?
yes.
Yes,
Check
it
it out.
is. All right. Well, features, email API, SMTP service, audience broadcasts. Okay, marketing email and transactional emails. And a cool little 3D cube. Neat.
Yes.
All right.
I don't know how that is relevant to email, but it looks pretty.
All right. Looks like I have to sign up. So let's sign up. Let's use the codeval.dev. All right.
Sweetity sweet.
Use the following generated key
Yeah. So
to
you'll need an
authenticate
API key.
requests. Okay. Now, is this going to share the key or is it going to just copy it?
That is a good question.
Me.
I don't know.
All right. It did not share it, so we're good. Okay, I copied it. Let me go into here. And I think last we talked, we're going to do it as a package.
No, Resend itself will not be a package. However, we will
The
use
templates
React
will.
emails that will be a package here.
Okay. So we have to add Resend to our actual project here?
Yes.
All right. So we'll need a Resend key. We'll just call it Resend API key. Perfect. We'll go into here. I'm just going to take this off screen for a sec. Add this key. I really need to find a better way to do the key. Okay. All right, there we go. Resend API key is in. And let's see what they're telling us to do. So obviously we want node. So we just, this is it? Cons resend equals new resend.
Pretty much.
Hold on though, this requires, what if I want this on the front end? Can you? I
We
guess you
don't.
can't do it. Okay.
No.
Yeah, makes sense. All right. I will take this code and I will download.
It might be useful inside triggers though, as well.
Oh, that's fair. All right. First, let's just throw it into
Or
our
we
web.
could pass the client through, I guess, because the triggers can have parameters, right? But I don't know if when we pass a payload, if it, I think it's serialized, so we might not be able to pass the resend client to the trigger.
Mm. Okay, resend has been added. I think we are good to go. Oops, not what I wanted. I wanted arc. So we just do a quick
Okay,
little
you can do a
to
quick little
subject.
test.
Yeah, let's do it. So I guess we'll have to create an API route, which we don't have one. Last we spoke, you don't like the API folder. So where would you like to put this?
It's okay in this particular case. It works. I just don't like it for the webhooks.
Okay, okay. All right, so we'll do a new folder, call it email or resend. What do you want it to call it?
Well, some kind of email, like let's say like example email or something.
Example email.
Just to show that we can use the thing. And maybe we should add resend as a service instead of our app. This way you can just pull it in and you already have your client. So it will be resend.server in this case because it's always server.
And then we'll do an import server only so that you can't accidentally import that. This is going to be process.end API key.
And then you can remove the email.
Oh, yes. We have to add that to that turbo repo.
Yep.
You know what? Let's make them alphabetical.
Okay.
Why not?
I like to group them per services, but yeah.
I mean, wouldn't they technically be grouped? We put them with their name.
Yeah, but some of them
Right?
start with next public.
Oh, it actually still kinda. I see what you're saying.
Kinda.
I see what you're saying. Can we put comments? Probably not. Yeah, I definitely can't put a comment in there. Okay,
No,
so
it's too
we've got
small.
our client. So actually, we don't need this. We just want to export. There.
There we go.
That's just complaining because I haven't done a reload.
Reload.
Okay, so in here we'll do import resend from @lib resend. That's not right. Should be
Services.
@services. There we go. And it probably will be a post. Can't find it.
Resend.server.
Thank you. Oh, .server. Okay.
Sweet.
All right. So yes, we'll probably send the email in our post request because we want to know where we're sending it to. And yeah, that looks good to me. What's this from though? This should probably be from something else, hey?
Well, typically that would be an email from the domain you would use with resend, but here we're not going to set the domain, so we can
Oh,
just use that for now.
okay. All right, let's give this a shot. So I guess we'll go to that same area where we created that page, which was main. I think it was main, right? Components, yeah, task button. So let's do another file here, and let's call this email me. Probably shouldn't. This should be fine. All right, and then export function email me. Did we create a custom button? No, we did not. Okay.
No, just use a basic one.
All
I think the
right, so
leaner
we're
the
gonna
better.
say
This way, if people want to use ChatCN or whatever, they can just do that.
Yeah, for sure. We won't lock you into anything. I'm gonna put that Cody at CodyVal.
Actually, put delivered at resend.dev.
Delivered at resend.dev. Okay.
Yeah, that is a special email that you can use to test.
So we're not going to call it email resend. I was actually thinking about putting an input here and make it so you can type your own email and send it to yourself. But sure, let's do this. Okay, and then we'll go into here and we will do. All right, perfect.
So resend is set up.
Okay, I believe we're already running. So let's go here.
Quick enough.
Oh, 404 not found. Oh, what the heck?
Somebody was working on setlist.
Oh, yes, we have to make that a client component. Perfect. There we go. Definitely going to have to do some styling to this. Okay, so if I click this button,
yeah.
What
So now
happens?
if you go into the resend dashboard, I mean your API kind of failed, but
Oh, did it?
I don't know. I see failed to load resource. API console.
Oh, yeah.
With the
Okay,
500
we'll
there.
have to check that. Let's see.
Yep, it's not working.
How dare it?
Working.
API example. I probably put the wrong thing in, to be fair. Okay, fetch /API /example email method post stringify email delivered at resend.dev. Okay, we go to our API into our route. Email equals. Oh, this is a body.
No, it's JSON.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
This is supposed to be a next request, though, isn't it?
No. This
You
can be a
sure it's
request.
not body?
No, it's JSON for sure. There is a body, but it's like a stream. So you gotta use JSON. You can use arrays buffer, or you can use text.
Why am I blanking on this? I swear it's not it. But okay, so
Well,
let's
you could check the
console.log.
console because right now you didn't check the console. So check the server
Oh,
console to see what the error is.
also, let's just return a response. How about
That
that?
too, that could help.
All right. So yeah, what was the error?
Well, check your server logs.
Oh,
Yeah, no response. There you go.
there we go.
It's because
That should
we
fix it.
weren't returning anything. Yeah.
All right, done. 200.
Okay.
All right,
So
so
now,
now let's
yeah,
go to
check this.
resend.
Go into emails, and then you should see
Emails.
emails. Oh, there you go.
Hey, 3 of them. Hey, it actually sent them before. I just didn't.
It did,
Copy.
yeah. It just failed after because we weren't returning a response.
Yep, makes sense.
So now we can make this email a React component, which is nice.
Okay.
So for that, we need to use React email.
Okay. A React email is another package.
Yes. So it is an app that we'll create it as a package. It doesn't have to be a full Like it doesn't have to be in the apps folder.
Yep. So we'll call it email templates.
No, don't create it like this.
Okay.
I think they have a create like a create thing.
Oh, okay.
Let me see. Find the command for you.
What's it called? Is it from
npx.
Resend or?
No.
Oh, okay.
npx create email latest.
Is it this thing? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you got that.
Okay.
So you can do that. You can run pnpx.
Yeah,
But,
exactly.
you want to run that inside of the packages folder so that we can have it there. And then you can put a name after that. Like they don't show it in the command, but you can name it. So you can name it like emails. Or typically the example they give in their docs is going to be
Create
transactional.
Email at latest. Oops.
I don't like that naming though, but
Create email at latest. And what do you want to call it?
well, the problem is that package will need an email folder. So we can't call the package email, otherwise it's email/email, and you don't like that.
Yep. Makes sense.
In their docs, they call it transactional because typically this is where you would put your transactional emails.
Okay. Well, what if we did something like email templates? Oh, I see what you're saying. The folder has to be emails.
No, the folder inside of it will have to be email.
Yeah, exactly. So it'd
The
be email
package can be
template
email
slash
template.
email.
Yeah,
Email template
sure. The templates.
or templates. Yeah.
Templates. Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
No such file or directory stat.
Yeah. Double check. Do an ls.
I think it actually made it.
Yeah. There's multiple things here. The package JSON,
Yeah.
which is very basic, and then you have the emails folder, which is very interesting.
This has to be at repo, and then what do we want to call this? Email templates.
Oh, email templates. Yeah.
Okay. Do we actually want to do this version? No.
No, just do like 0 or like whatever. It's never going to change.
Fair.
So yeah, that's all you need. Inside of the emails folder, there's a bunch of templates. We can get rid of most of all of them actually, but you might want to keep one of them just in case.
Which one do you want to keep?
I mean, just get rid of them. We'll use the example in the docs. Okay.
Okay. All right. Move that to trash. Do we need any of these logos? Probably not.
No. Whatever.
Okay. Do we need the README?
Template. I mean, since it's going to be a starter kit, it would be nice to have a README for all the packages so people know like what the hell is this.
Live preview right in your browser. Oh, this is cool. We need to change this port. Is that possible?
Yes. -- port, and then you put whatever else.
Let's go 3000.
I do 3010.
I kind of want to. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say I kind of want to make it the email. Like how do you spell email in text? Like T9.
Yeah, but you can't do like a M with leet.
Ah. All right.
You can do all of the others, yeah. So it would be like 3, 4, 1, 1, I guess.
3411. Okay. Yeah. Let's do 3010. That's fine.
Yeah.
Anybody wants to change it, they can. Okay. I realize that I'm on the wrong. Yeah, I want it here. There we go. Okay. All right. So you said let's go to the. Oh, come on.
So you can create a React component actually inside of the emails folder. And then if you go to the components here, you'll have a bunch of components you can use to build your email. And you can even use Tailwind.
Oh, no way. So in components, sorry, or templates?
Components, yeah.
Okay.
So I can guide you through
Damn.
it if you want.
Oh, this is cool. What? They even give you Markdown? Brought to you by Resend. No way.
Oh, I guess
This
it
is
is
cool.
Resend. I didn't know. Yeah, so we can just do basic stuff. You can look at the internal components as well, like HTML or whatever. Yeah.
I just want to see what they've got here. Oh, this is so cool. Wow.
And that's the UI you get locally, so you can develop your email, and then.
Oh, this is awesome. Wow, I've never heard of this tool.
It's pretty cool.
How'd you come across this?
Well, it's part of the Resend docs. So.
Oh, okay, makes sense. How'd you come across Resend? Just random? Just wanted to send.
Resend was completely random. Yeah, I just saw it at some point on Twitter.
Oh, this is so neat. All right. Let's. Oh, am I in a different? Oh, I am. Okay. Oh no, I have to go all the way back. Everybody has to watch me click back. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So
So if
just
we
create
want to
a
use
React
one of
component.
these, create a React component.
Yeah.
In here.
In the emails folder. Yeah.
Okay. What do you want to call
whatever.
this? Just
Well,
a
example
hello
email,
world?
I guess.
Oh, sure.
Since that's our API route.
Is it .ts?
TSX.
TSX.
Component.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. Okay.
And then, yeah. And then here, that's when, so you could return a div if you want, that would still work. But you have to import React at the top. And then what you can do is start importing like HTML and like any other kind of component.
Find it's not TypeScript. Oh, it has types. It just doesn't have TypeScript in here.
Oh, well, just create a JSX then. Whatever.
Was it JSX when we started? I actually don't remember.
I mean, it's pretty weird because for me, I do have it as like. Let me see.
I wonder if I had to tell it that I wanted TypeScript.
No, I have another package and it's TypeScript.
Does it have a TypeScript in the package JSON?
Yes, it does.
Okay. I should just match what we
It has
already
TypeScript
have.
and it has a TS JSON, TS config as well.
Okay, yeah. Oh, we didn't add TypeScript.
I can send you my
that,
TS
actually.
config if you want.
Oh, we'll just use the same one that we're using in this, which is a React library one.
There's this guy. I don't know if there's any differences or not.
Let me take a look here. No,
I guess it could be this one. Yeah,
those are all the same, other than include emails, but that's fine. We can. That's what we have to add ourselves, anyways. Okay. I just want to see the package JSON 5.5.4. Okay, yeah, perfect. So let's just use the same version. Perfect.
I think there are tools with PNPM. Well, I mean, Turbo, I think, has a recommendations for tools to maintain dependencies across.
So we want to include, that was star, what was it, star.ts, comma, and then it was emails. Perfect. TSX. There we go.
Purpose-built tooling.
And then we just need this.
Like sync pack, sheriff, or many
to
packages.
Go into here. Perfect. All right. For some reason, my switcher moved. Not sure why. Yeah, we could have just named the package React Templates. Okay, done. How come my switcher moved? I don't get it. What's the deal? Is it just because I
Ooh,
moved something off my screen? No, it's
Sheriff
not.
looks kind of cool.
What's Sheriff?
Sheriff is an opinionated zero config linter for JavaScript monorepos.
Oh. It's a linter?
Yes, so it can check basically your package JSON and all that stuff, and it can double check like packages if they are using the same dependencies and stuff like that. Non-existent packages, packages without package JSON, and so on and so
Okay.
forth.
Nice. All right, so we've got our TypeScript config here. We're out dir dist, which I believe is fine, excluding node modules dist. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Okay, so that's good to go. We've got our TSX. We no longer need to import React because it's smart enough. I was wondering about that. All right.
So you need
Now what?
you need to import HTML. That's the first component. So HTML is from React ML components, I believe.
HTML / components.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you wrap this into your HTML. Then you can like bring in head and body as well if you want.
Okay.
Right? So you can do that. The title, I'm pretty sure, is not going to work, but whatever. Then you can import Tailwind.
Hold on
We
here.
can use
Cannot be
Tailwind.
used as a JSX component. Its type.
That's what I'm saying. You do need to import React at the top.
Weird.
I know. It's pretty strange, but
Nope.
yeah.
That's not what it is.
No, actually,
That is not
maybe
what it
the
is.
HTML is
It
different.
honestly might be because this extends base. And I just want to match this to yours. So target ES 2022 DOM iterable. Oh
Are you
wait,
using a function component?
you have actually ES next here. ES next. Let's see. Let's see.
Yeah, I have also like a bunch of other shit, but I use React JSX as the JSX key. Do you use that
Oops. Sorry for the JSX key.
in your TS config? Yeah.
That is going to come from the React side. So I'll be in here. So yes.
Okay, so yeah, it is React JSX. Hmm. Target is
Cannot
still
be
ES
used as a
2020.
JSX component.
I have
The
ES
target is
module interop.
yeah. I just changed it to match yours. DOM iterable ES next. Base. I also realized that we don't need the declaration map. We can delete that. So I changed this to node next, and ES next, which matches what you had. Yeah, I don't think the order of this matters, but just in case.
Yeah. But what is the isolated module kind of thing? You know, maybe these are annoying. I don't know. Or maybe you just refresh your cursor. Sometimes it could be that.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
We never know. We never know. No.
No,
Okay.
it's not a
That
valid JSX type. What's the types we have? React 19.
that is really weird. What this cursor has to say.
Can I copy this?
No, but scroll down. Scroll down. You can do fix in chat or fix in composer. Yeah. Well, that is not true. I can tell you that because I have a template in my app, and HTML is definitely coming from React components.
I mean, there's no
That's
harm
the
in
only-
trying it out.
No, it doesn't work. There's no package React email. HTML.
We can definitely see that I was incorrect.
Which version of React email components and stuff do you have? Like, what are the versions?
3.0.
Okay, that's correct. TypeScript, okay. React is 19.
Oh wait, we actually do have React email components as well.
That's 31. Okay, React 19. I mean, the types React and React DOM can be updated to 19.0.2 if you want. But no, that's correct.
All right. Oh, that worked. Go into the latest version.
Okay.
Look at that.
Okay.
Actually, that makes me wonder though if we did need ESNext there. Can I go? Oh, of course. I really hate that I can't go back on this file now. That's so dumb.
Yeah, I mean, my target is ES 2020 on the project that I have, but it could be 2022,
Yeah.
I guess.
Okay, perfect. Can just delete the working tree now. Yeah, we just don't need the declaration map. Okay. Okay. And PNPMI. Okay. All right.
Okay, you can also wrap your body into like a tailwind component.
We don't have Tailwind right now.
No, but it doesn't matter. Just import tailwind from email component, and I would usually I put it inside the body, but it's up to you. You can do whatever you want.
I guess if you want to style the body, but
yeah, and inside the head, I don't think we need the title. However, you can import a font if you want from Google Font
okay.
using the font component, which is pretty nice.
That's cool. Just like this.
Yeah, there's some more like props that you can use, but whatever. The tailwind config, I think, it needs the prop config with an empty object. I ran into some issues with that.
It says optional. Are you sure?
I don't know. I ran into some issues, so I added it. You know, so I was like, man. But yeah, keep it off.
Let's
if you
try it
want.
without.
Try
Yeah,
it
let's
out.
try it without and see what happens.
So that
Okay.
paragraph can become text because it's also a component. So there's a text component. And you can wrap that text component inside of a container component, which is going to center it nicely. What do we have in our example email? Because I think we had some HTML already. The one we're sending from our app.
The one we're sending from our app. We were doing. Actually, that one is in here. Just says "Hello World."
I click on it. I click on the email. Yeah. Congrats on sending your first email. And there's a little bit of like, okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
Bold.
Okay. So we want "Hello World" and then maybe some other text. Definitely don't want a row.
Yeah, you can use a
Like this?
heading as well. There's a thing called heading if you want to put like hello world as a heading. You can import that component. Then yeah, I mean a
Can we bold
button would be.
this?
Yeah, you can just use a strong tag. I don't think there's any like special bold component. Maybe there is. I didn't check that far.
Okay.
Let's see. Text. Two components. Text and text with styling. Yes, there's definitely not anything. So on these heading stuff, you can actually use class name and put like tailwind classes.
Okay.
Cool. So that's it. Now we just need to add this package, so email templates, to our Next.js app.
Okay.
Install it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. Obviously, that component that we just created, it can also receive parameters. Like you can have props on this component, and you can pass
Makes
those
sense.
props. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that
now
makes
inside
sense.
of our email thingy, like where we're sending email, we can import that component. And then instead of HTML, we just put React.
It has no type declaration. Ah, shoot. Are we not? That's going to be because we're not exporting it. I always forget what that is. Exports. Wait a minute. We don't check types here. Package JSON. Oh, we don't have type module.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have that in my app either, but it works fine.
Hey, look at that. Oh, nope, that still failed. Interesting.
No, I can't find the repo email templates.
Now find module at repo email templates.
Did we run a
Email
pnpm install?
templates. I did. Email templates at repo email templates. Okay, that's correct.
Can you remove the private? Remove the
Why?
private thing.
Don't we want it to be private though?
It doesn't matter. We're not going to push it to npm. So.
I think they're all private. Yeah, they are.
Okay. Yeah. No. So maybe it's not that. Maybe we can create a barrel export. Yeah, do that. Just create an index.js in that package.
All right. One
You
sec
can
here.
put
Let
it
me put that private
at
back.
the root. Yeah.
So you want to do an exports? Like this?
Yeah. I mean,
It's actually, the problem is that it can't find the module itself. So it doesn't even matter what we're exporting.
well, in my app, I actually had to build it using like tsub.
Oh, yeah, they do have a build and they have an export.
Yeah, but the build that they have right now is only building like the app, like the.
Oh, you know what it might be? we're not running it.
We are.
Control C.
But it doesn't have to be running.
No?
No.
It says here, now it's running on 310. So in theory, I should be able to go there, you said?
Yeah. Add dependencies, add script.
Okay, yeah, there it
Email
is.
dev. Yeah.
Okay,
Write your
so
email.
that's...
Blah blah blah. Pages transactional. Run preview server. See, it changes life, blah blah blah. And do they have a next?
Oh wait, this is going in the wrong spot. It should be /emails. But we don't need this. We should be able to do dot and do. You probably not exporting anything, hey, in yours?
No, I'm not exporting anything.
Okay. At repo email templates slash. No. How does it know where the root is? You know what? Let me build it and see what happens.
No, but I'm building it though. So I don't know.
You are building it?
Yeah, but I don't remember if I was building it because I was trying to use it with Nuxt before or not.
Mm.
But right now, I don't think I need the build in my app.
That's weird.
Let,
I ran the
let me
build
actually.
from email templates, and for some reason it's building Next.js. That's weird.
But yeah, it's because you did pnpm run build, so it's going to run build everywhere there is a build.
But I was inside the email folder. I was directly inside this package.
Yeah, but it goes up, right?
Oh. Okay, where did it go? Oh, so it created it into this .react email. Whoa. Whoa, what? This is what you get? This folder?
Well, that's the build from their test app, so we don't need that,
Mm.
right?
So what's the purpose of build then?
I don't know. In case you want to host that app for some reason, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that would make sense. Okay.
But for me, yeah, I don't understand. I have the same exact setup, and I can import the component no problem, and I don't have any issue.
Hmm.
My package is called transactional, though. It's not called email templates, but that shouldn't matter.
Not find. So we could package JSON at repo email templates workspace. Yeah, okay. So it is definitely there. But these ones, I think we always put in an exports. Hmm. Which if that's the case, then I can say exports.
Yeah, the only difference is that I have an index.ts in there that exports the emails. That's the only difference.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I can make that change. So you have an index at where?
inside the email templates folder.
In emails here?
No, not here. In the at the root of the package.
Oh, at the root. Okay. Wait a minute. What does this one do here? Oh, this one doesn't have one. What's UI? UI include source, exclude outdist. Because this one, I guess this package doesn't actually have a build. It doesn't actually build anything.
No.
Okay. So in theory, I could just rename this to source.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can, because I can just tell this that it's source.
Yeah, but then your whole UI is going to break. Try to load localhost 3010.
Okay.
Right?
Could not find the emails directory. Oh, so it's actually their stuff that requires that. Okay.
Yeah, there's a
Okay.
structure you got to follow.
That's stupid. I should be able to override that.
You have a double slash.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so
Okay,
just
so you
create
just
an
did a
index.ts
new
and
file,
export
index.ts, export star. Why does it keep going templates? What does it think is in there?
I don't know. I do not know.
Emails / example. Okay,
Why is it JS though?
because it's DSM.
Wait, what? No, that makes no sense.
It's because it's DSM.
You created an index.ts. Why do you import a example email.js?
Yeah, see, it's
Makes no
because
sense.
it's just because it's ESM. You have to.
No. You don't have to.
Okay, well
It's
look.
done. Like there's something going on here. No, you have
No,
something else going on.
yeah, it's because we have module resolution as node next, which means that when this gets parsed and compiled, it will expect it to have a .js.
Yeah,
Trust
module
me.
resolution should be bundler.
Our module resolution, we're using React library. So our module resolution is, oh, it's the same as base. Node next.
Yeah, so that should be bundler. So inside of React library.json, you can put module resolution bundler.
Do you really want to mess with this? This is keeping in mind
Over
that this is coming
override
in
it
from
in
a
the
dev.
email template if you want.
Yeah, I would rather do it there. Because I don't know what that will do to our UI package.
It's fine usually.
Okay, so you want to do here, and what is it?
Bundler
Module
resolution.
resolution bundler. Can only be when using module set to preserve or ES 2015 or later.
Yeah, so you got to put module ES next and target ES 2020. That's what you have.
No, I'm not messing with this. I know it'll work. It's not. That's not the issue. Okay, I want to see this go though. So I exported your stuff. Now I just have
That makes no sense.
to.
Like, there's no file named email template.js. Where does it find this? You know,
Okay.
it doesn't
Wait, now our
exist.
local tunnel just failed. Why did our local tunnel fail? Importing JSON modules. Webhooks. Cache miss. PNPM run webhook. Clerk. Local tunnel throw error. Connection refused. Check your firewall settings?
It's probably just failing for no reason.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right. Okay. Okay, so now this is localhost 3010. Okay. This is our local host. I assume this will break. Oh yeah, actually no, it'll work because we're not we haven't changed anything yet. I just can't find the module. That's it. I just
Yeah.
can't find the module.
So you should try and do the things that I'm doing.
I don't want to mess with a TS
With
config, and because now you're talking about changing to Node 16, which means that we're going off of the latest, which doesn't make sense. Why would you want to downgrade to bundler with Node 16 when everybody's using Node Next? That just doesn't make any sense.
what do you mean?
Everything else we use is currently using Node Next and works without any issue. Think about like the UI package. It builds a complete React set of code and it uses Node Next. It does not use bundler. So we're all we're doing is a React template with React. So
Bundler is not tied to Node 16. Where does
yes,
that
it
come from?
is.
No, it's not.
It is. Yes, it is. 100%. Watch. I will show you again. We'll go in here. We'll do module. Oops, module resolution, and you want it set to bundler.
Yeah.
Bundler. Okay. Wait a minute. Why is it not erroring now? There it is. And it says can only be used when module is set to preserve or ES 2015 or later.
Yeah. Now try to put module ES next in there.
It already is module ES next. We already have that.
No. Just put the module ES next.
ES next. I don't understand. We already had it. Oh, it's Node next.
Yeah.
Oh
There
yeah,
you
yeah,
go.
because Node next is the latest. But why do you want to downgrade it? That doesn't make any sense.
But it doesn't matter. It works.
All right, let's see. I can try a
You might need to do an
reinstall.
npm. Yeah.
pnpmi. No, it did not install anything. I don't want to nuke. Can I just nuke this folder?
It shouldn't install anything.
It shouldn't install. Okay.
No. It's just to no. It's just to
Okay.
refresh a little bit. There you go. And now it should be email templates /email. Yeah, there you go. So /email, example email. Now you have your component.
No.
What?
Wait.
I don't get it. I don't get how your
Index
config is.
export. So I don't need this anymore. If we get rid of that piece, okay. Okay. At repo email templates /emails. Wait, why is it
Oh,
/emails?
it's never read. It has to be /email.
It does?
Yeah.
I thought we were going from the index now.
No, actually. Let's not do that. You should be able to fetch it directly. But yeah, I don't understand why it's so complicated for you. What the hell did I do that made it work?
I don't want tsub though. That's the problem. I don't want a build step. Okay. Example React email. Oh, wait. This is that one. This one. Docs. deployment, no automatic setup, create email latest, to install and dev. Monorepo setup. Here we go. PNPM. PNPM add.
It doesn't go
Solid
all the way
dependencies.
to showing you the import in Next, though.
Oh, of course not. Import star is React. Okay, yeah. Run the
But we
server.
did add our package. And then we created our route.
Okay, here we go. Look at this.
we
They
use
have
the
their
template.
own. So what are they doing? tsconfig. They're going extends dot dot slash dot dot slash. So they're going from the bottom here. So they're using Node Next. See? They're not using bundler.
Sure, you can use that too.
So they're doing this. So what's in their package JSON? They just have this. Workspaces. Does that matter? No. Okay, and then they go apps, web, package JSON, at React email / components, transactional. Oh, they're still downloading the components thing. Okay. Wait, where's their route where they actually use it? Oh, they're just rendering it. Okay, yeah, I see. Transactional / emails. Okay, so in that case, then in theory, I can get rid of this. Let me bring this back up. So I can go into my tsconfig. You have
So you can use ES Next and then bundler like that. I keep asking, and it seems to be fine.
So JSX React JSX, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Okay. I don't even need. Yeah, what is your outer? Oh, they don't even have one. That actually makes sense. I don't actually need it. Okay. tsconfig. Oh, wrong one. My bad. Emails. tsconfig. Include extends. Exclude. Include. Okay, here we go. Strict true. Sure. I'll just add those just in case, but I know I don't need them. Okay. And then in your package JSON, yes. Workspaces. .react email.
Okay, just give me a sec. I gotta switch something.
3010. Okay. And then you have emails, which just has that. Okay. So which means I don't need this. Okay. Okay, so if I were to do all of that, I then go into here, and in your code, you have it as a dev dependency. Why? Why is it a dev dependency? That's weird. Oh, it's probably just because you're not actually using it. Okay. Okay, so then in my case, I go into my package JSON. at repo/email templates. Okay. And then we go here. And this. Cannot find. Has no exported memory. Hey, we were getting closer. Did you mean? Ah, yes, I did. Yes, I did mean that. There we go. Done.
Are you
Okay.
exporting default?
I guess we were, yeah, for that case. But I got a different error. So instead of it saying like can't find, this time it said has no exported member.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
instead
Well,
of can't find module. So there we go. So all I did was add this,
correct.
which I don't
Yeah.
even know if I need it. I'm kind of curious because that's already in. Yeah, has no exported member. I am a fan of not default exporting, so I am just going to change this to export function. Okay. There we go.
Okay, so now we just need to use it. So you can use it in the React key. So you can replace HTML and just say React, and then call example email as a function. No. Just call it. Like, no. Just
Just
call it.
call it.
Yeah.
That's weird. Like this?
Yes.
That's weird. Okay.
And that should send our email.
All right. Oh, that was a battle. I told you we didn't need bundler though. I told you.
So what did you do so I can actually reproduce?
All I did was follow their example. So the TS config, I did include dot. So it just includes everything.
Okay.
And I exclude the dist, the build, and node modules. In the package JSON, I added the workspaces to .react email, which I assume is in case I wanted to use this. And that's it. I just removed the build piece. It's literally all I changed. I don't quite know the difference, but it worked.
Well, once you push it, I'm gonna reproduce that on my project as well, because I don't even have the ESLint config in the TypeScript config in the project that I'm working on.
Oh, like you don't have the packages themselves?
No, I have to create them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I kind of like them like that. I know something nice about just importing it and changing it in one place. Until you get
Okay.
into multiple configs that you need to change, of course. But all right. So this is up and running. So in theory, I should be able to go. Oh, that was weird. Here and click it. Pending. Okay, done. Go to here. Oh, is this my 3010? Oh, look at that. It broke this. Oh. Ah, it has to be a default export for their stuff.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that sucks. Okay.
Well, just do a default export then. I mean, you could
You know
do
what?
export default at the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
Fuck it. Like, whatever.
Done. Then I can do both. Okay, so now I can go to here and I should be able to see that new email,
Yeah.
which
So
I
the
got a bunch
last
of them,
one.
but it's this one. If I click this guy, we should get a fancy. It looks
There you
exactly
go.
the same.
No, it's not exactly the same.
Let's see. Ah, yes, you are correct. Oh, cool.
So we have the little header, and then we have the font size that has been respected, and then you can use the other components as well. So if you wanted to,
Yeah.
add a button or whatever, you could do that. But the
How
part that I
can,
like is you can preview your emails like locally. You can kind of build your email as a component.
Yes, that is actually really cool. Like
Yeah,
this, being able to come here and see it,
yeah.
that's wicked.
There's also a send button. I don't know if you noticed. at the top right.
Yes. So I assume you can test it and send it to yourself and see if it comes or incorrect.
I guess I never tried it.
Yep. Look at this.
Oh, that's
Let's
cool.
see. Cody at codyval.dev. Let's see. Email sent. Go here. Hey,
Okay.
look at this. Boom.
Noise.
That
Noise.
is wicked. All right, that's cool. We need this at work. We need the amount of emails that we send. We need this.
When do we send email?
User sign up. Whenever a user changes something, you send them a
Oh,
confirmation.
these things. Yeah.
Whenever they pay for their bill, you send them an email.
Yeah, but we probably have some weird legacy app that does that already.
You are not wrong. Actually, I believe, if I'm not correct, if I'm not mistaken, we just built a brand new application that
Oh,
generates the templates.
fancy.
But it still does use a legacy API to actually send the email and all that stuff. It's just a fancy new app to show you the email templates. That's it.
Yeah. Well,
So
it all goes through AWS at the end of the day. So
yeah, that's fair. Okay. So resend done?
I guess.
Unless there's something else you want to add to this?
No, that's pretty
All
much it.
right, that is pretty sweet. That is nice and easy, man. That's all right. Thanks for showing that.
Yeah, the only
Uh,
downside of Resend that I found so far is that it doesn't have a. You know how when you send an email using Supabase auth, it goes into like a local inbox. It doesn't actually send an email. I wish Resend had that for like local environment because right now you still use your Coda to test your emails, which is kind of dumb, right? So it would be nice to be able
oh,
to have a local app where somehow it would catch the resend call because you're running in local, and it would send it to this local email trap, you know, instead of actually sending an email.
oh, interesting. Oh, that is a good call out. So basically, if I'm developing an email template and I decide to actually send it,
Yeah, it
it will cost my quota.
pretty much. And it would be
But I guess
you still want to make the call to resend because you want to make sure that your function that you use to send your email or whatever is calling resend properly. But then one thing that would be nice is that it could detect localhost and instead send it to React email that they have over there. Right?
yeah, that could be cool.
That's what
Hmm.
they should do.
What is the quota? I didn't actually look it up. Is it pretty low? Where can I see
Uh,
that?
it is pretty low per minute. I think it's 100 emails, something like that, a
100
day
emails
or
per minute?
something.
Oh, 100 emails a day for the free tier? That's not bad then. It's not terrible. Let's see.
Yeah, you might
Homepage.
need to go on the homepage.
Pricing.
Yeah, 100
Ticket
emails a day.
support. 1,000 emails per month. Okay.
I want to test something though before we call it a day for resend. I'd
Okay.
like to add a prop to the component
Okay.
and see if their send button allows you to customize that prop.
If their send button allows you to customize that prop. Okay. All right. So we'll go into emails. We'll go into this guy. We'll give it a prop. We'll have to do an interface. Interface. We'll give it a name and we'll say
So
hello
sure,
and then
yeah,
name.
just do something like that. And now go back to the local React email website and try to
Okay.
send like we did.
So that would be this one. So reload this
Yeah,
guy.
because you see now it's saying hello nothing. and then when you send, you see, it doesn't show the prop. So one thing that would be nice here as well is that
Although I
they could
wonder.
detect your interface or your props at least, and then show you a way to add props. I wonder
Yeah.
if there's a way to do that. Maybe it's in the docs. I didn't see it.
Maybe you have to default it.
Overview. Or you could default it, yeah, but then it defeats the purpose. It would be nice to try, the email.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. They give you a mobile view as well. They even give you the code. Can I mess with it in here? No.
I mean, I guess I could go on the Discord and make the suggestion.
Yeah. That is cool that you can send a prop though. So how does this? I'm kind of curious to see this work. So if I were to go into our app now, into web, it should. Looks like it's already complaining. It is. So I have to say name. Go here, click resend. And if I go back to resend, wait, am I not signed in? It says sign in. I went back to the page that signs me out. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, look at that. It didn't work. Oh, yeah, it did. It just showed hello world as the subject. Okay. Hello,
Yeah,
John.
because we
Yeah.
didn't change the subject.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, so you can kind of send whatever you want now with this.
That's pretty powerful. But yeah, you're right. When you're testing it, it would be nice to be able to send it
Yeah.
with the props. Although
Because
I
100
guess how
emails
would they
could go
know what
fast.
prop you have? They'd almost have to have some sort of configuration.
Well, they're forcing us to use an export default. They could use reflection and fetch the type of your props.
That's true. Yeah, it could be kind of neat. Or they could make you export a type or like a props.
Or yeah, export an interface with the props and a particular name or whatever.
Actually, yeah, that would actually work if you went into like say your template here, and you also had to export const props, and it just was just an object that was what props you needed. That could be kind of cool.
Could be nice, or like I said, some kind of reflection.
I'm going to get rid of that for the purpose of our test.
I don't know
So that's just an
how the
example.
capabilities of reflection are because JavaScript is different, right? But like I remember in the PHP world, you can actually use reflection to kind of like read your classes and stuff and figure out what they use or how to use them. Yeah. It's pretty nice. Actually, there's a reflect metadata, I think, in TypeScript that you can use. Get
Okay,
metadata about
cool.
arguments or types. Define if a class implements a certain interface. You can check a bunch of stuff here. Okay. That is something to consider if we wanted to contribute to React email.
I always do that. Oops.
The star 0000000 toolkit. That is an interesting name.
All right, that is done. What time are we at?
Noise.
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
How
And
you
we have
feeling? Do you?
we have
We have
Stripe
Stripe and Vercel.
Vercel. But Vercel, like I said, we could just deploy the thing and it should work. We've never
Yeah, that's
tried to
fair.
deploy trigger.dev though.
No, we haven't. Should we keep it for next week? It's
we can.
10. I'm feeling pretty tired. I don't know about you.
Okay, yeah. So next week, I would start with Stripe though. It's kind of the most interesting, and we can use the
Yeah.
Stripe remote wrapper from Supabase because I kind of wanted to try it and see how it works. So
Okay.
that'd
Sure.
be nice.
What's the difference between just using Stripe and using the remote wrapper?
Well, we're still gonna set up Stripe to some extent, right? But the remote wrapper is nice because it allows you to query anything in Stripe through Supabase without having to do like a sync,
Oh.
which is really
Oh,
nice.
interesting. So it means you could actually have the access to Stripe in your backend.
Pretty much, yeah. You have access to the whole thing.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. Yeah, let's give that a shot.
The Stripe remote wrapper, it's called. You can kind of find it in the Supabase docs. You have a Stripe wrapper. So it's a Postgres extension that provides an integration with external sources. So basically, here the Stripe API. And so you can do like select customer ID from stripe.customers, and it would fetch it, even though stripe.customers is not a table per se.
Hmm. Okay.
And then
Yeah,
you would
sure.
store your Stripe API key inside of the vault because Supabase has a vault that you can use to store
Yep.
secrets and stuff. And then
Okay.
it basically like creates some kind of a server, yeah, and then kind of synchronizes everything. They have other data wrappers as well. They have a bunch.
All right. Yeah. So Stripe it is on Monday. We should actually add that to the title too. Adding Stripe to our starter kit.
Yep,
Perfect.
yep.
Awesome. Well,
We
as
can do
always,
that.
this was fun.
So that's good. All right. Let's see. We're at 140. Let's go back to just chatting scene here. Yeah, it was fun. It was pretty simple. I mean, Resend. That's what I like about it. It's simple, right? Like you just
Oh,
create your
simple yet
client, send an
powerful.
email. You know, like
Yeah, that's. I'm definitely going to use that.
yeah.
That's
Because
actually
before I
really
was
cool.
using Postmark, right? And
Yep.
Postmark is good. Don't get me wrong. It's pretty good. It worked nicely for me. But the major problem is you kind of have to come up with your own tooling to manage the templates because you have to put your templates inside of Postmark to be able to use them. And it's kind of like, man. And managing those HTML templates over time can be annoying. And
Yep.
here with Resend, I really like the fact that you can just create a React component and just use that. So
Yeah.
it's really not disrupting your dev flow. The
Yep.
downside, though, is I tried to use it in a Next application or in the Next.js application, and good luck sending that React component through. It was pretty annoying. I managed to
Really?
make it work with the
I'm
Nest.
surprised that you'd struggle with it since React is just a library. So at the end of the day,
Nest.js
like,
was fine with it.
yeah.
Next didn't agree.
Oh, interesting.
And it's
What
pretty
did it
weird to
complain
have
about?
React installed next to Next, you know. So
That's fair.
but Nest.js was fine with it. The problem with Nest.js is that it's still common.js, and that is a massive pain in the butt.
Okay. Wait, Nest.js is common J. Oh, it's an API. I guess that makes sense. Huh.
Well, they have an issue open on their repo that asks for ASM support, and nobody cares.
This is fair.
Yeah, but
Maybe
there's a
maybe
new
they is.
thing. There's a new thing that I heard about. There's Anchor, which is a new framework that kind of came to do APIs with Node. So that
Okay.
sounds pretty cool. And then the other one is
Isn't there
uh,
like Hani or Honi?
Hono or Honu or
Hono.
something like that. Yeah, Hono, I think.
Yes. I've heard that's a pretty good lightweight
Yeah, so that's the one I
native
heard
API.
about as well. But this is just, a library, right? The thing
Yes,
that I
it's not a
liked about
framework.
Nest is that it had like the whole bells and whistles of a framework.
Yeah, I see the your appeal for it. I just personally like Express, but I guess it depends on
But you come straight
what
up from
you're
JavaScript world.
building.
do you?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair. That is
I come
fair.
from a past of building APIs with Laravel or CodeIgniter way back in the days. So I'm used to having
Yeah.
all that tooling around like the, controllers, database migrations, all that stuff. Queues.
Yeah. I
Um,
just like I guess I like that I have more control over how I want to structure my project. Right? This like, I could build an app that's just as structured as Nest.js with Express. It just takes more discipline, essentially.
that's great in some cases, but if you're building a startup or whatever, you don't have time to waste building your own router, building your own like ORM, building your
My
own
own. What do you mean, my own
freaking
router? My router's done.
things.
It's
You know,
app.get, app.post, router done.
well, that's not really a routing thing though. You know, so like I don't know. I just find it like too simple, and then it's and then it's difficult when you have a team because you bring them on and you have to like tell them what your structure is.
Yes, that is
and
the
that
downside. That is the
that's
downside for
overhead.
sure.
Whereas if you use like Laravel, well, check out the Laravel docs and you're good to go.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you're right. Express, it makes it hard for documentation. So unless you document your API really well, which let's be honest, nobody does, uh,
exactly.
it becomes a pain for sure. Yeah,
Right. So
yeah,
that's the only issue I had with like anything Express or like
that's
Fastify
fair.
or whatever.
But on the flip side, if you split your API up into small chunks, you could, I don't know if you've heard of I can't remember the name of that tool now. There's a way that you can deploy Express into a cloud function so that it's serverless.
Oh yeah, well there's serverless, which is a thing, a
Yeah,
tool you can
exactly.
use.
So there's a way you can
Yeah.
do Express with this. So you basically just use the Express router and you create a serverless API essentially. But then you could have multiple
Yeah, it's
miniature
a bunch of
micro
mini
APIs
service.
essentially. Yeah.
Again, for a startup, that's kind of weird. You start building your app, yeah, as a microservice when you don't even know what your app's gonna be. It's weird.
That's fair, but couldn't I also just by that logic use Next.js and just build an entire API in there?
Well, typically that's what you would do. When you're a startup, you wouldn't even reach for an API yet because you don't know
Yeah. Yeah, that's
until
fair.
that problem comes in your development. Then once you're like, oh shit, like I need an API for X reason, that's when you pick a solution. But initially, you would pick a kind of a monolithic API, I guess. And
Yeah.
then once you grow even bigger, you would split that API and just be like, okay, well, there's a bunch of services we could split. You just split them. And
Yeah.
Nest.js was really nice about this because you could create each one of your domain as modules. And if you needed to split into a microservice, you can take those modules, create new Next.js app, put those modules in there, and then connect everything through Redis or something like that. And you could even use like RPC and whatever, or
Yeah.
gRPC to just
Yes.
create a
True.
microservice. And then all you would have to do though is the gateway. And the gateway was a little bit of a bitch because you had to map every microservices with like their definition.
Right.
So
I
that was a
mean,
little bit
in
annoying.
theory, couldn't I achieve the module thing in Turbo Repo? I could just create a bunch of different APIs and just have
Yeah,
shared packages between them. This way
you
I
can.
this way I reuse the code, right? I'm not essentially copy pasting it, and I'm keeping it
You
dry.
can in a monorepo situation. That's why I think like monorepo are good for like microservices
Yeah.
because everything is
I
kind of
really
together, so it's kind of like a monolith, but you can
yeah.
still deploy those services separately, so you still
Yep.
get the benefit of that.
Yeah, I definitely I've definitely come around on Turbo. Like I didn't use it at the beginning, and then you kind of showed it to me, and then I've just been diving in.
Yeah,
It's I don't know.
I mean the
Turbo's pretty
main
sweet.
argument that I hear from people against it is like, yeah, but it's just a massive repo. So how do you deal with like all the PRs coming through and you got to merge them in order or whatever? It's like, well, it kind of seems like a workflow problem, not necessarily like a monorepo
Yeah,
problem.
it's the problem I think there is that people don't. Well, you get into big teams, right? And then suddenly people don't want to review PRs because everybody's niched.
Hmm.
which I think what it comes down to there is discipline, right? You just have to make sure that you're the second you make a pull request that you are in fact reviewing it, testing it, and merging it as fast as possible,
Pretty much, yeah.
right? Like
And
it's
nobody's saying that
mm,
your entire org has to have one repo. Like you could still have
no,
multiple repos per like
of
product or something.
course. You just combine the pieces that actually relate to one another.
Hmm.
If basically if you're building a tool and you find yourself splitting this tool into multiple repositories, but still you're always coming back to the same repo, that's kind of your sign that you need a monorepo for this particular use case, right?
Pretty
Like that
much.
that is the sign.
Pretty much.
If you
Li-
don't do that, then you're good. Keep your repo done. Like you're
Like at
good to
work,
go.
for example, one thing that always kind of pissed me off is all those little packages that we have, and they each have their own repo.
I
And I was
know.
like, why
I
the
know.
hell do we have so many npm packages that are all kind of the same, like at least
Yep.
used for the same purpose, right? And
Yep.
they're not together. And that's why I started the SDK. I was like, how come we don't have an SDK? That makes no sense. We have plenty of little tools, and every time we have
Yep.
to build a build pipeline, deploy to npm manually, and all that stuff, I'm like, why?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's like, why not just create this one place where all that's done for you? You just have to build
Yeah,
the tool and then it's
that
deployed.
would be nice. This way,
Done.
you create a package in 2 seconds. You know, but yeah.
Oh, that just sounds too easy. That's the
So yeah,
problem.
I love monorepos. Like I'm definitely sold on this. Like that's the thing I like. Um,
Yeah,
I used to love Laravel. I still do. I just don't use it for my projects anymore for some reason. But it's really
fair.
good. Like back in the days, I had a
I
lot of
did, by
fun
the
with
way,
it.
just think of a use case for when you would need an API versus using Next.js. So, like, if you were using Next.js and you were like, I need to do X, I'm going to need an API. Real time. Unless you're using Supabase, if you needed a WebSocket server, that has to be a separate API because you can't actually. Everything in Next.js is serverless, so you can't actually have a WebSocket server.
Well,
So you
that's
have
due
to.
to the fact that that's probably due to the way they deploy Next.js on Vercel. No,
It is. It's because all of your API routes are serverless, but it's also because in order to have a WebSocket server, it has to be a continuous running server. You can't just have a server that spins up, right? It has
actually,
to be bi-directional. So
actually, that is not entirely true.
if you're going to
If you
talk about
use
server sent events, that's different.
No, if you use Cloud Function on Cloud Run, you can have
Okay,
WebSockets.
you can have a hold on, cloud function on cloud run.
Yes, so
So
Cloud Function, there was a V1 that was Cloud Functions,
okay,
and then for Cloud Function V2, the back end
okay,
of it is actually Cloud Run.
interesting.
So
So
it
how does
still
it
works like
keep?
Cloud Function. You can deploy your function and whatever, do whatever you want, but
Yep.
it's Cloud Run behind the scene that's actually running the function. And
Yes.
by
Does
doing
it
that
persist the
change,
connection? How
it
does it?
allows, yeah, it allows session persistence, and it allows the WebSocket.
What? So how
Yes.
does
So
it
what they
maintain your
do is,
session though?
as long as you have a WebSocket connected, your function is running.
Oh, okay. So it is still technically a continuous running server. It's just it will shut
It
off
is.
if you
It's
if you
shut off
cancel
as
the
soon
last.
as you don't have any connections. Yeah.
That's actually pretty cool though. That means that if your application isn't doing quite well yet, it'll turn off for you. But if it ends
Pretty
up
much.
blowing up, you're essentially going to run that cloud run forever. So
I
I
mean,
guess the question
isn't that
is,
a problem of serverless no matter what? Like
yes,
serverless
but
is gonna cost you if it starts scaling at some point. Like it's just
but that's the other question too is how much would it cost to for a continuous running cloud function versus a server that I just spin up, keeping in mind that I would
it
just
depends
use
on the
the
beef.
micros. Yeah, let's just say use the basic one, right? The one that's like 20 or something dollars a month to run, right? The cloud
Well,
function will probably end up costing me more in the end.
no, a cloud run instance would be about the same if you get like a regular sized cloud run.
Right.
Yeah, it's about $30 or so.
Okay. And then in terms of scale, like if I wanted to horizontally scale or horizontally scale,
Well, you just spin
what
up more instances of them.
of a cloud function?
Yeah.
Oh,
So like
okay.
Cloud Run, you can decide, okay, I want to run one service at a time. And you can decide to scale back to 0, or you can decide, oh, hey, I need 2 instances running at all times. And then you can specify how much you want to scale. So you can say like, hey, I want to scale up to like 100 if I need it. And then
Yep.
it would do that based on some metric that you would use. So it's either like CPU or it could be like anything usually.
Okay.
And you would do that, and you would only pay for the extra, and then it would scale back down to like 1 or 2 or whatever the setting is, right? And
Yep.
then you can choose the concurrency as well. So how much concurrency per pod, I guess I'm going to call it a pod, you can have. The,
Yep.
the default is 80. So each instance of like your Cloud Run can support like 80, but you can scale it
Okay.
up to like, I don't remember how much.
Damn.
Um,
80 is still not bad.
So it's actually not that bad, but it gets pretty expensive if you have multiple services. Like when I was running my company, like Speakbox, we had a bunch of different services.
Yep.
I think up to 5 or whatever. And plus the Postgres database in Cloud SQL is not cheap on Google Cloud. So the whole thing with the logging and everything, we were running it at like $200 a month. And it's a
Oh, okay.
very, like, it's not a massive traffic that we were getting. Like we do have daily persistent users, but it's not like a massive user base.
Yep.
And so it is pricey for sure. You pay for the convenience of easy build and easy deployment, whatever.
Yeah, fair.
I did turn it down now, so every instance goes to 0, and then I scaled down a little bit some of the DBs.
Yep.
Now we're running about like 120, 130 a month.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
You could
But I
just
mean,
buy
if you think
yourself
about
a
it,
home
like
server.
Vercel, Supabase, that's already like $50 at least if you pay for both.
Yep. Yep.
So like, yeah, it's probably like double the price, I
So,
guess.
yeah, exactly. And then once you start hitting past their free tiers, then or past their limits, sorry, then it's gonna start costing you more,
Yeah,
anyways.
yeah, there's that too. But I mean, there's still the option of deploying on an old VPS. Like it's still a thing, especially with Coolify or whatever. You can have like a Vercel-like experience on a VPS. That would work.
Yep.
You get a VPS at DigitalOcean or something, and then just run that.
Yep.
That's an option.
All
But
right.
yeah,
Awesome.
you can
Well,
even
this
run
was great.
Laravel on a cloud function.
No thanks.
It works. It's nice.
No, my PHP days were very, very short, and I don't want to go back. So,
That's how Laravel Vapor is working. You just deploy on cloud functions.
oh, jeez.
That's
Oh,
nice.
all right. Well, I think it's time to call it there. Stripe on Monday. Let's get it
Sounds
done.
good. Cool. All right. Well, I'll see you later. Gotta stop the stream.
Yeah. See you later.